Hello, I'm the Pirate Novelist, your captain through the rough seas of media, and it has been a while, I will say that, but I'm back and ready to do some more videos. Life had a way of getting in the way of sorts, if that makes sense. Life often does that to you, kind of puts a wrench in plans, but I'm back now, finally at a lull moment to finally be able to make some videos. So I have three videos planned for you coming up. This one here is my most recent record pickups. The second one and third one are actually my top openers and closers. For those who know me, they know that I'm big into albums as a cohesive whole, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I don't like individual songs. So I wanted to highlight on those ones that I felt kind of were like the best of the bunch for openers and closers, and I'm mainly going off the ones that I have on vinyl right now, so my opinion may change eventually, but we'll go into that with the other video. Let's get into the picks here. This video is going to be relatively short. I only have about 6 things to show you. I've like I said, I've been kind of busy with life and everything, but I have about 6 to show you here. The first was a relatively good deal. I picked this up at my favorite record shop, Modern Days Records and Sound. I'll link to them in the video description. But I happened to notice this, it was on a really good deal. This was a Record Store Day release a few years ago when it came out. And it was on my list, but I couldn't exactly pick it up a lot of the times. I find it, after the fact. But that, of course, is Five Finger Death Punch's Got Your Six. Five Finger Death Punch is one of those bands that not very many people actually expect me. Here, I'll show you the gatefold. Not very many people kind of expect me to listen to, but I do like my heavy metal, here and there. And these on 2 really cool picture disc sleeves. They're pretty much the same as these pictures. This one here, put this down here, is this one here. As you can see, it's the first one. And this is the second one. So as you can see, it's pretty much just the pictures on there. Five Finger Death Punch represents just one of those bands that I absolutely love overall. And I noticed these have pretty much like dotted lines on the edge that are basically like, cutouts. I thought that was kind of interesting, but yeah, here. Five Finger Death Punch represents a band that I've liked for a couple of years, and I love their heavy sound and a lot of punk things, the heavy attitude, but their behind-the-scenes stuff with the military is kind of why I really like them a lot. So, not too much with this one, but I'm just glad I picked this particular one up, and it's a dual sleeve. If you want to actually listen to this band, I might recommend actually listening to Jekyll and Hyde off of this, My Nemesis, or Got Your Six. But there are other ones like their cover of Bad Company. House of the Rising Sun is a good one as well. Their song Lift Me Up, which they did with the Judas Priest's lead vocalist, if I don't remember exactly the name, Rob Halford. They did it with Rob Halford, and that was such a good song. The duet, which is another, he did a song with Maria Brink of In This Moment. Ivan sang with her in that. There's 2 versions. There's one that just says like featuring one that's actually a duet. That's another really good one as well. So they're one band that I don't listen to too much studio-wise. That's why I don't have that many, but they are fantastic live. They're one of the best live bands that I've ever seen. So very glad to have this in my collection. And yeah, let's move on to the next one. The second one that I picked up is Hailstorm's Into the Wildlife. Just another fantastic album. Gatefold here. Just another fantastic album by another fantastic band. I've liked Hailstorm for a very long time. I got the Into the Wildlife Live, which was a Record Store Day exclusive. I have the 10-inch, and I felt necessary to get this because this is a really fantastic album. I've been going to the gym lately, and this is my workout jam. So I had to grab this. It's just on standard black. I love the labels, though. They're pretty much the same labels that you got when you had the 10-inch, but yeah. Finally glad to have this in the collection, and I'll just show you the lyric sheet here real quick because it does come with a pretty awesome lyric sheet. So yeah, next 2 I want to show you are actually Christmas gifts. I am on this really cool Facebook vinyl page, and we did a Secret Santa, and my Secret Santa happened to send me 2 records, which I am absolutely thankful for. But these are, one represents one that I felt needed to be on my list for a long time. I don't know why I passed it up for so long, but it's there. And the second one is one that, if you kind of know me from a couple of videos ago, you'll kind of see why I wanted this one. This one is Nirvana's Nevermind. It's just on standard black vinyl, but it has really cool replica inner sleeve. It's, you know, this is a classic album, 90s grunge, Seattle rock. Seattle rock is kind of my thing. I love Seattle rock, so this pretty much has to be a staple in many collections, I feel. So I'm absolutely so glad to have this. It sounds fantastic. It sounds fantastic on my turntable and my sound system and everything, so finally glad to have this. And the next one is Pearl Jam's Yield. I've already done a whole Pearl Jam video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on this, but I'm absolutely happy to finally have another Pearl Jam album, because I have 10. What I love about this is, oh my goodness, it's a die-cut sleeve, and it has the lyrics on here. It's on standard black. It came with a Yield sticker, which I thought was cool. That's actually going on my car. But, yeah, this has quite a few of my favorite Pearl Jam songs on it, so the next one I feel when I get Pearl Jam has got to be the self-titled Avocado one. Either that or I'm going to get Versus. So until then, this is absolutely going to hold me over. My next pickup was one that was semi-recommendation, semi-not, because I knew this artist for a while. But my buddy Chris happened to send me a text and said, hey, this is on Bull Moose's website. It's coming out. And so I, dropped the pre-order on it. I thought it was cool. And this is JoJo's Mad Love. If you follow me on Instagram, I actually posted this. I'll link to my Instagram in the video description. But yeah, so this is, again, on standard black. Here, just show you real quick just the, inner label. But yeah, this is a really good album. Every once in a while I'll just find a pop artist that I really like, and JoJo is one of those, and this is fantastic. It came out, I think, this is on Atlantic Records, if I can see, 2016. Yeah, so this came out last year, 2016, but absolutely fantastic album, and I love this artwork, and it came with a lyric sheet. Where's it? Aha, actually, no, it came with more than a lyric sheet. It came with a really cool, I love it when artists do this, it came with a really cool, I don't want to call this a hype label, but I have no idea what to call this, but this is really cool. I love it when artists do this. This adds a whole lot to, your record if you have this, and because I love that these records are tangible, these are tangible, I love that. So when you add something like this, or I don't even mind, let me put this back here. I don't even mind when, it doesn't come with a digital download. So that means, I'm happy when it does, but I don't mind when it doesn't, because I have my, Amazon streaming. So I feel that this, if it comes with it, great. If it doesn't, it's just more incentive for me just to sit there and actually listen to it on my turntable. My final pickup is, I know I say this quite a bit. It's another one of those long time comings, but this one really was. And this kind of goes back to my very early days when I was just first starting out collecting. I just had my parents' collection and inherited myself, and I was just, kind of piecing together kind of what I wanted. I didn't have any direction to it. So this one is one of those long time comings from the early days. I haven't been doing it that long, but it feels like a long time. So this is one of those early days. This is Pest Morning Rise. Show you here. I have it in these desk covers. So sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. No reasoning behind that. Honestly, I just need to get a few more. But yeah, this is one of those really awesome, Netherlands metal bands. But my favorite thing about this is the color on it. It said it was color. I knew it was an import because it said color with the O-U-R. Yeah, O-U-R. So I thought that was cool. But what I love about this is it's on this really awesome half silver, half white record. Both records are this way. I'm not going to pull out the other one. I might. But what's cool is Opeth, at least with this one, it doesn't have that very many songs because two of the songs actually take up, if you see this here, I don't know how well you can. Side A takes up a whole song. It's on 180 gram, vinyl, so I think this is just so awesome that it's just one complete song on side A. That is just fantastic. This is just some awesome metal. They've gotten a little more melodic as time goes on. This is some of their early stuff, but fantastic metal. I call them metal overarching. When I say metal, I mean it by under the metal umbrella. Sometimes I'll say the actual, the umbrella that it's under, but sometimes I won't. So, Opeth. So that was my most recent pickups. I don't tend to pick up too much in between Black Friday and April's Record Store Day, just because, money, such and that, and, the holidays and all that. So I know it's very light. I just wanted to kind of put something out there. But thank you so much for watching. I will leave links in my video description below to all my social media accounts. Please like this video and comment what you've been picking up recently and what you've been listening to recently, because I'm always looking for new artists. And I know I have over 400 records, but I'm still always listening to new music. It's, I grab the stuff that I know I like, but I also am into other things. There have been times that I've bought something and I'm like, oh, I like this band, and oh, I like that band. So definitely let me know that. I have 2 more videos coming up. They will be my top openers and top closers. I'm hoping to get those out sometime midweek. If not, I might just do a whole chunk on next Saturday and Sunday. My podcast, that is with my buddy DJ Lone Wolf HD, is coming back. We had a little bit of technical difficulties, but now we are back and good to go. We will be recording and putting that out very shortly. We are going to go over, well, this weekend is the weekend after the Grammys, so we'll kind of be going over that. But yeah, keep a listen out for that. I'm also going to put that in the description below. Until next time, as I always say, when the waters get rough, keep on sailing.